is the Big Show. The Big Show.
Happy Monday, Seawolves, and welcome to the first Big Show of the spring semester. I'm Adrienne Esposito.
And I'm Tyler Rieger. We have a lot to cover. I hope you're feeling better than the Kansas City Chiefs are today.
I sure am. The Philadelphia Eagles absolutely decimated the Chiefs last night by a score of 40-22. What did you like about the Super Bowl?
Well, as a Giants fan, I didn't find the game itself very entertaining, but I did enjoy the halftime show.
I thought the choreography was very impressive, and it was relevant for this moment in time, as much of the country is feeling political anxiety.
There have been people on this campus for 40 years who have never seen such uncertainty and anxiety on campus among faculty, administration, and graduate students. The reason? The winds of change are blowing from Washington. The New York Times noted that this is occurring on the campuses across the country. They also observed that while faculties complain, most administrators are keeping their heads down. But not our interim president, Richard McCormick.
As a university president, I'm deeply concerned about the directions of the federal government. I'm concerned as an American citizen too, but I'm going to withhold my observations about that because I shouldn't be bringing my personal politics. But I think I have some feeling for how you are feeling, how worried you are. I share your worry. Because I'm an American historian, people asked me before the election, was there ever a time in America when the nation was as polarized and divided as it is now? And I said, yes, there was one, and only one, and that was the eve of the Civil War. I wasn't predicting a civil war, but that was the only analogy that came to mind. More recently, people have asked me, again with my historian hat on, has there ever been a time when such a concerted effort was made to destroy democracy? Is there a precedent for that? Which my answer is no. There's absolutely no precedent for it. There have been conservatives in office before who were not wildly favorable to small d democracy, and they didn't do much to advance it, but nobody has ever undertaken to destroy it.
And Tyler, there is real concern in a very real way on campus. Today, at the fountain near the administration building, a group of students held a protest. Their worry? How immigrants are being treated, and how U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, also known as ICE, are handling it.
Down with deportation.
Stealing jobs, don't believe you.
Stealing jobs, don't believe you.
Don't bite the hands that feed you.
Don't bite the hands that feed you.
My aunt didn't just walk into a land of opportunity. She walked into a country built on exploitation, where the immigrant is demonized.
The Stony Brook Socialists organized this protest. Their concerns are real, and there's plenty of worry about this. President McCormick addressed this as well.
We have many international students, and we are extremely concerned for them. So far, nothing has happened that will endanger them, but that doesn't guarantee that nothing will. If someone comes onto our campus and says, can we have a list of your undocumented students? The answer is no, we don't have it. We do not have that information, and so they won't get it. If someone comes onto our campus and says, we have an administrative warrant to arrest such and such a student who's here on a visa that's expired or something like that, the answer is no, we'll not accept that. A judicial warrant, yes. Administrative warrant, no. And if anyone comes to you with either kind of a warrant, the first thing you should do is call the Stony Brook University Police. The SUNY and the state of New York are not going to commit the abduction or the extraction or the confiscation of whatever the word is of our students, documented or not, and Stony Brook's not either. We have no indication yet that this is underway, but if it occurs, call the police and rest assured that you'll be backed up in protecting whomever you are.
The president said that nothing has happened on campus yet regarding ICE and our students. However, threats were made about DEI, and McCormick had something to say about this as well.
A more concerning subject, and that is, of course, the federal government policies. I'm not going to be able to tell you as much as you would like to know because I don't know. It's a dynamic environment in which things are changing quickly. Last week, for example, we heard early in the week that all funds flow would stop from federal agencies to the research that's being done on university campuses. And then a day or so later, that was rescinded. That was good news. I've just learned from our Office of Research and Innovation that finally today, the funds have started flowing again to our scientists here at Stony Brook. But who knows what will happen? Who knows what will happen next? Whether particular areas of funding will be singled out. We do know that our researchers have been told that funding for the DEI components of their research will not be supported. In fact, we learned last week that several grants that had been submitted recently, we were told to rewrite them, eliminating the DEI stuff, and we did that because we had to. I'll have more to say about DEI in a minute. DEI, you know, it's intrinsic to who we are. We know that the current federal administration doesn't like it, and I guess they're entitled to their views, but their views are wrong. They can potentially make us take the words DEI or the letters DEI off our office doors and off of the titles of those at Stony Brook who hold such titles, but they can't change our values. There's no way to extract from this university's culture, and for that matter, the culture of virtually all universities in America, a commitment to diversity, equity, inclusion, accessibility, the opportunities for men and women, whatever their background, whatever their race, gender, religion, sexual orientation, to get what they came for at the university, be it in education or research or employment. That they will not take that away from us. If we get a specific instruction to remove the DEI component of a particular federal grant, we'll do it, because we wouldn't get the grant anyway. But that'll be less money. That'll be unfortunate, but it won't change the fundamental culture of Stony Brook University.
This is a lot to think about. Everything is being dumped on us right at the beginning of the semester.
Let's take a break from listening to this heavy stuff and learn about the weather. We sent Jaron Tasnim, our resident SOMA student, out in the bitter cold for our one-day weather forecast. Jaron?
Thanks, Tyler. And today it's really sunny out here, but don't let the sun fool you. It's still pretty chilly. We have a high of 34 and a low of 24. So now to hear the rest of the week's weather, let's head on back to the studio.
Thanks, Jaron. Great forecast. Can you believe that's the first time she's ever done this in her life?
Really? Wow. I'm impressed. That was pretty good. On a serious note, the culture on Stony Brook's campus is very much involved with hard science and STEM. We have practical reasons to be interested in science, and one of those sciences is meteorology. Our own Admir Radonchik has the 7-day forecast. Admir?
Thanks, Adrian. I can't promise blissful warmth, but I can tell you to look out for TNT, because Tuesdays and Thursdays are going to be tough. Tomorrow, Tuesday, we'll be seeing a high of 33 and a low of 20 with a 30% chance of snow. So if I were a betting man, I'd bring out the boots. Wednesday, expect clouds with a high of 33 once again, but a low of 26. More importantly is Thursday. On Thursday, we're going to see a high of 39 and a low of 32 with a 90% chance of rain. So I'd bring out the umbrellas. Then afterwards is Friday, Valentine's Day, so hopefully you have someone to cuddle with, because it's going to be a high of 35 and a low of 27 and cloudy once more. The weekend we'll be seeing rain once again, highs of 40s, thankfully, and a low of 23. And lastly, on Sunday, the rain stays and it gets warmer with a high of 47 and a low of 32. So keep the umbrellas out and have a good Monday. Back to the desk.
Thanks, Admir. Great job on your first time doing the 7-day forecast.
You did a lot better than Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes did last night.
At this point, I'm just looking forward to seeing my Yankees play. Pitchers and catchers report to spring training later this week. There's also a less relevant team in New York, but no one really cares.
I don't know about that. I know a lot of Mets fans who have been very vocal ever since they signed Juan Soto.
Yeah, they definitely overspent on that washed-up has-been. Next topic, please.
Thanks for joining us for this semester's first episode of The Big Show. I'm Tyler Rieger.
And I'm Adrian Esposito. Stay warm out there, Seawolves.
This is The Big Show. The Big Show.